August 15th, 2025. It is 5:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are live here. This is War Notes with your unbroken briefing for today, bringing you the most urgent updates unfolding across the globe today. President Donald Trump, Yellow Man, aka Taco Tits, and Russian President Vladimir Putin convened at Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson in Anchorage, Alaska, marking their first face-to-face summit of Trump's second term and the first U.S.-hosted meeting on U.S. soil since 2007. The event, billed as, quote, pursuing peace, end quote, was designed to tackle the ongoing war in Ukraine, although Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was notably excluded. In a display of theatrical diplomacy, both leaders greeted each other warmly with red carpets and military flyovers, accentuating the moment. Trump emphasized his goal of securing a ceasefire. Quote, I want the killing to stop. I'm not going to be happy if it's not today, end the quote. Nevertheless, he clarified he was, quote, not here to negotiate for Ukraine, end quote, stressing that territorial decisions must come from Kiev. Zelensky responded later, demanding inclusion in any future talks and warning that peace cannot come at the price of Ukrainian sovereignty. European leaders reacted with alarm, fearing that sidelining Ukraine's seats, sidelining, I got a tongue twist there, but sidelining Ukraine sets a dangerous precedent. While Trump floats the idea of a follow-up trilateral meeting, critics warn the summit risks legitimizing Russia's gains without meaningful safeguards. Meanwhile, back in Washington, D.C., legal and political battles intensify. The Trump administration has deployed the National Guard and asserted federal control over the D.C. Police Department. In an action met with outrage from local officials in a federal lawsuit accusing the president of blatant assertion of local authority. A civil liberties showdown appears imminent as Congress weighs resolutions to overturn the takeover. On immigration, Attorney General Pam Bondi is threatening legal action against sanctuary cities that refuse to cooperate with federal enforcement. In other headlines, the fallout from the Epstein scandal continues to ripple. First Lady Melania Trump is reportedly exploring legal action after being mentioned in remarks by Hunter Biden. On the legislative front, Texas Democrats are signaling their return to the state legislature to counter GOP efforts on redistricting. And in healthcare news, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. failed in his attempt to retract a prominent medical journal's pro-vaccine safety study, a setback in his ongoing challenge to the vaccine establishment. Let me just pause right there. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. needs to figure out his own health before he tries to figure out everybody else's health. I'm just done with it. Turning to global conflict, the summit in Alaska underscores the wider battle for influence and security. Despite the high stakes, skepticism is high, from Kiev demanding, quote, nothing about us without us, end quote, to European capitals alarmed at being sidelined. As diplomatic tensions mount, militarization remains visible. And make sure that if you all are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. It's free to do. And I appreciate you all doing so. But that's so that you all can help me to keep bringing this content to you all. And we got to hit 300 subscribers, and then we got to get to 1,000. So I need you all's help, and I can't do it on my own. Now, U.S. nuclear submarines have been repositioned in response to Russian provocations. And Capitol Hill is shaping up for fierce debate over secondary sanctions, with measures to place 500% tariffs on countries continuing to buy Russian energy. I was thinking myself to might even run for Senate one day or House of Representatives. So I might think about doing that by the time 2030 comes around. Let's see what the good Lord wants and what he thinks. And some changes need to happen. Some changes need to happen, and quickly, because there's too much going on, and we need good people in office. need good people in office. Good people in office. So anyways, in response to Russian provocations in Capitol Hill, is shaping up for a fierce debate over secondary sanctions with measures to place 500% tariffs on countries continuing to buy Russian energy. From Europe to Asia, war rages on in multiple theaters, but nowhere is the pressure more concentrated than on the frozen tundra of Alaska, where two leaders grapple with the fate of civilians, borders, and the integrity of international order. Please stay with us for continuing coverage of all these developments, because tonight the world holds its breath. I thank you all for listening. Beautiful and blessed day, and until the next radio broadcast. Again, make sure you all subscribe. Help us out. Remember that it's free to do. Let's get to 300 subscribers, so then that way we can work our way to 400 and work our way up to 1,000. We have to get more people to understand the importance of democracy and why we can't sleep on this. We cannot sleep on what's going on in the United States. The United States and around the globe are going through turmoil, and we can't sleep on it. This is not about red or blue. This is about right and wrong. It's not about red or blue. It's about what's right or wrong. And that's why I'm thinking so hard on running for House Representatives or running for the Senate for 2030 or maybe before. Who knows? But 2030, I'm definitely going to take my chance at it, I'm thinking. And I consider myself at this point to be an independent, because you can't run on either side. Nobody, I feel, is doing 100% right now. We have Gavin Newsom. He's doing the best that he could do. Appreciate the guy. But I want to be the person in the middle, because I feel that there are some things that the Republicans have that we need to have. And I think there's things on the Democratic side that we definitely need to have. And so it would be a beautiful blessing to bring folks together instead of continuing to separate the country as we know it. Thank you all for listening. That's Baby Vic in the background as my co-host. Appreciate you all so very much. And if I ever do run for the House of Representatives or Senate, hope I get some votes around the country. Appreciate you all.